Tonight, going for gold.
So it's really cool to get to have this day to just watch hockey as a school.
Team Canada takes on Team USA in the women's hockey final. Canadians walking away disappointed by the outcome. A city councillor calls out transit infrastructure.
The actual constructed solution is still a number of years away, and I think it's all going to come home to roost.
The latest argument to rethink the return to office gets backing from a local politician who suggests the roads and public transit can't handle the rush. Plus, breaking down the action plan for the ByWard Market.
It's a critical part of our future, and we need to invest in it, and we need to tackle all of the issues that we're facing.
What you need to know about the short-term and long-term strategies currently on the table. Good evening. We begin tonight with the heartbreak for Canadians across the country. Despite a hard-fought game, the women's hockey team fell to the U.S. in overtime, narrowly missing out on the gold medal. CTV's Dylan Dyson joins us now with more on the reaction. Dylan.
Stefan, whenever Canada's hockey teams step on the ice at the Olympics, gold is the expectation. But despite this outcome, these are the moments that Canada is built around. Pride and unity surrounding a sport loved by the nation. A country sitting on pins and needles as the Canadian women faced off against the United States for Olympic gold for the 7th time.
Am I nervous? Am I nervous? Of course I'm nervous.
Canada took a 1-0 lead through a shorthanded goal by Kristen O'Neill, sending the country into a frenzy. Watch parties were held across the nation's capital, bringing fans young and old together. At St. Gabriel's Elementary School in Canada, patriotic memories were made for the first time.
Wow, what a historical moment this would be for us if we could all watch it. Everybody together, cheering their country on, and it's a moment to all be together.
As you can see, there's not a lot of people in our school who play hockey, so it's really cool to get to have this day to just watch hockey as a school.
Canada looked to be on the road to gold, but a late goal by the U.S. pushed the game into overtime, where Canada would fall 2-1.
Darn, we were so close, but the Americans played better and more aggressively in that overtime period. Better team won. But darn.
A disappointing outcome for the country, but a foundational moment for these young fans.
It's really cool because it's like women's hockey and there's not much to it now.
But on a happier footnote, this silver medal is the first Olympic medal for Canadian goaltender Kaylee Osborne, who is from Ottawa. And all eyes will be on the men's team tomorrow as they face off against Finland in the semifinals. Stefan.
All right, CTV's Dylan Dyson reporting live for us tonight. Thank you, Dylan. And Canadians are still very proud of that team. Also, Team Homan had better luck today. They'll be heading to the playoffs in Milan. The Ottawa athlete helped lead Canada to a 10-7 victory over South Korea this morning. Homan, Tracy Fleury, Ottawa's Emma Miskew, and Sarah Wilkes will now face Sweden in the semifinals. That match is tomorrow morning at 8:05 a.m. And Canada's men's curling team will be competing for a gold medal. Team Jacobs beat Norway 5-4 in today's semifinal match. They will now face Great Britain in the gold medal game. That will take place Saturday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Taking a look at the Olympic standings right now, Canada is still in 11th place with 4 gold medals, 5 silver, and 6 bronze. As federal public servants prepare to spend more time in the office starting this summer, one councillor is raising concerns that the new hybrid work policy could push Ottawa's already strained transit system to the limit, especially in the East End. CTV's Caitlin Wilson has more.
For Dennis Yonkis, this is the daily trip to work downtown from Orleans. And these days,
it's a mess.
Once he reaches Blair Station, he says it gets a little easier, but getting there is a gamble.
Coming in, maybe you can get a bus, you get into Blair, you keep going. But coming home, you come back to Blair, there's no buses. So you got hundreds of people just waiting.
And when he's late or juggling kids, he drives and pays for parking if he can find it.
Especially with everybody now going to work, going into the office more, you really do need that reliable transportation system, and it's just not there.
With public servants returning to the office 4 days a week in July, Orleans South Navan councillor Catherine Kitt says the system isn't ready.
Commute times are on transit from South Orleans, an hour and a half, 2 hours, upwards of that.
Concerns she also raised during the debate on the city's return to office mandate last fall, saying infrastructure in the fast-growing East End hasn't kept pace with demand.
Even though we are advancing infrastructure solutions that could make a difference, the actual constructed solution is still a number of years away, and I think it's all going to come home to roost.
And there's still no word on when the O-Train East Extension will open. Meanwhile, aging buses and ongoing train issues continue to add pressure on commuters. The mayor admits transit has been a challenge, but says improvements are on the way.
We're expecting to receive another 60 electric buses in the next 6 to 8 weeks. That's going to significantly add to the fleet of buses that we have now and address some of the issues we have.
But for riders like Yonkis, the question is whether that help will arrive fast enough.
Everybody's trying to do the right work-life balance, and if the city is not able to support that, aligning things with what the city can actually support would be great.
Caitlin Wilson, CTV News.
In the meantime, a second federal union has taken legal action over the federal government's return to office policy. The Professional Institute of the Public Service of Canada says it has filed an unfair labor practice complaint over the government's decision to change to the hybrid work policy while bargaining is underway. The Public Service Alliance of Canada has also filed an unfair labor practice complaint as well. It's an ambitious plan to revamp a major transit tourist destination in the city that many say has become unsafe. Ottawa's mayor unveiling details today on the plans to give the ByWard Market a makeover, including renovating the historic building, ByWard Market building, and creating more pedestrian spaces. CTV's Natalie Van Roy is live with more details on this. Natalie.
Stefan, Mayor Mark Sutcliffe says this is all about revitalizing the ByWard Market, and there were concerns that could mean permanently closing some streets to vehicles, but it appears that will not be the case.
It's a new look at how the city plans to revamp the historic ByWard Market.
It's a critical part of our future, and we need to invest in it, and we need to tackle all of the issues that we're facing with the market.
Ottawa's mayor unveiling the ByWard Market Action Plan for revitalizing an area dealing with issues such as crime and homelessness.
We've invested in private security, hiring more police officers, opening the police station to serve the markets. People are feeling safer going to the ByWard Market, and the visitor numbers show that.
The short-term plans include adding new outdoor dining terraces and public art. The city is also exploring long-term options, including renovating the ByWard Market building, adding a plaza to York Street, and converting a Clarence Street parking garage into a community hub.
We need to tackle all of the issues that we're facing with the market and also create lots of exciting new spaces.
But the plan to create more pedestrian-friendly spaces sparked concern some streets in the area could close to vehicles permanently. But the ByWard Market District Authority says that will not be the case. Instead, some streets will only close during big events.
William Street, which is right here, will be open in a flex capacity, so much like we have done in the past. It will be closed for major events, but for the most part, you can see the cars right now coming through. It will remain open.
Welcome news for businesses that rely on parking spots.
We're happy that we've been told parking will remain and accessibility to the market will remain. Those are important factors for businesses.
Businesses inside the ByWard Market building are excited about the plan, but also worried about what the project could bring for construction.
The construction is like the worst part because we don't know if it's going to take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and that is obviously going to affect us.
And city staff say the full report on the ByWard Market Action Plan will be released tomorrow as part of the agenda for the March 3rd meeting of the Finance and Corporate Services Committee. And hopefully that's when we will find out the price tag of this project. Stefan.
We'll wait and see. CTV's Natalie Van Roy reporting live for us. Thank you for this, Natalie. Part of the plan to revamp the market would also see some major change at a municipal parking garage in the area. The city is set to convert the lot at 70 Clarence Street to a 3-hour pay and display system. Right now, there is no limit on how long drivers can park there. Mayor Sutcliffe says the change is meant to encourage turnover and increase the availability of short-term parking. We have extended coverage of the plan to revitalize the ByWard Market. There are more stories online at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Still ahead, why some high school students in Canada are taking a walk for Black History Month. A civil rights lesson with Emmett Till at the center. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. The current temperature is -2 as we take a look over at Parliament Hill and really enjoying the longer days, Jackie.
Yes, that was such a beautiful sunset that we're seeing through the sky cam right now, and we will see more of these, but maybe not tomorrow because we are anticipating snow moving in around this time tomorrow. Right now, temperatures really across eastern Ontario sitting around -1, -2 degrees, slightly cooler at Mont-Tremblant, Montreal at -5, but clear skies. It won't be until maybe the lunch hour for tomorrow. Parts of Kingston could see a wintry mix of freezing rain, as well as flurries. Here in Ottawa, we'll likely see this go through gradually throughout the evening, so it could be a messy commute home in terms of snow. We're anticipating 3 to 5 centimeters here in Ottawa, but a special weather statement is in effect for Smiths Falls, Brockville, as well as parts of Bancroft, where we could see up to 10 centimeters of snow well into Friday evening. Temperature-wise, we are getting to a daytime high about -1 for our Friday, but you'll also be competing with the wind gusts that will start to pick up around the noon hour. So we could see gusts between 40 to 50 kilometers per hour. We will have a closer look at your long-term forecast in just a bit. Stefan.
Thank you, Jackie. We're getting a new look tonight at the latest bus cancellation numbers and the most canceled routes as OC Transpo continues to deal with a shortage of both buses and mechanics because of its aging fleet. CTV's Kimberly Fowler is in studio with the details. Kimberly.
Well, Stefan, the bright side is that OC Transpo canceled fewer trips in the first week of February than it did during any week in January. Between February 1st and the 7th, there were nearly 1,600 canceled buses, and some of the hardest hit routes serve downtown Ottawa. That includes Route 12 between Blair and Tunney's Pasture. That saw the highest number of cancellations with 97. Route 6, which runs along Rideau and Bank Streets, that had 65 trips canceled. And on Route 14, 61 buses were canceled in the first week of the month. Now, OC Transpo says it has received applications for new mechanics to help deal with these bus shortages. Now, of the canceled trips in the first week of February, about a third of them were canceled because there were no buses available or for a mechanical issue. Now, OC Transpo says it now has 49 electric buses available for service, and by the end of the year, it hopes there'll be around 230 new electric buses in the fleet, which will help improve the situation. Steph.
CTV's Kimberly Fowler reporting live for us tonight. Thank you, Kimberly. You can scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen to link to us online or visit ctvnewsottawa.ca. We have more details on the OC Transpo bus cancellations, including a full list of the most canceled routes. In other news, a 63-year-old Ottawa man is facing child luring charges, and police believe there could be more victims. Officers searched a home in the city's South End yesterday and charged James R. Walker with making sexually explicit materials available to someone under the age of 16 and communicating with a person under 16. Police say he uses the usernames Walking My Dog, male 69, also Walking My Dog, and a 10-4 Rubby Ducky. That information also on our website. One person was taken to hospital after a head-on crash near Bruce Pit yesterday afternoon. Police were called to Cedarview Road around 3:30 p.m. One of the drivers was trapped, and firefighters had to remove the driver's side door to free her. She was brought to hospital in stable condition with non-life-threatening injuries. The other driver was not injured. Turning now to a stunning moment in British and royal history. The King's brother, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, was arrested by police today on his 66th birthday. He is now under investigation for misconduct related to allegations he shared sensitive information with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. CTV's Abigail Beeman has the details.
Police stand outside Sandringham Estate, home to former Prince Andrew, later seen leaving a police station in this vehicle. The arrest on suspicion of misconduct in public office comes after police said they were looking into allegations Mountbatten Windsor had passed on documents to the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein while he was working as a trade envoy.
It truly is a seismic moment for this country, and I think for the monarchy as well.
So what's your reaction to your brother's arrest?
King Charles wasn't answering questions Thursday about his little brother, but released a statement saying he learned the news with the deepest concern and the law must take its course. Mountbatten Windsor spent a decade as trade envoy. He made about a dozen visits to Canada in that period. Emails released in the Epstein files suggest he shared UK government reports in 2010. Mountbatten Windsor has always denied wrongdoing.
Whether those details that were passed on by Andrew to Epstein were all part of his job and part of his responsibilities, well, that's an open question. However, the official guidance for trade envoys was that they have a duty of confidentiality.
The family of Virginia Giuffre says the arrest is a win for Epstein victims. She died by suicide in May and in 2022 settled a lawsuit accusing the former prince of sexually abusing her as a teenager.
I think we're very hopeful that this is the start of the domino effect. This is where the house of cards starts falling.
Police released a short statement after the former prince was seen leaving the police station, saying he was released under investigation with some police searches of royal property still underway. Abigail Beeman, CTV News, Ottawa.
It appears many Canadians continue to boycott travel to the U.S. Trips at Eastern Ontario land border crossings were down in January for the 12th straight month. The Seaway Valley is home to 3 bridges, one in the Thousand Islands, another in Cornwall, and one in Prescott, all of which head into New York State. CTV's Tyler Fleming spent the day in Prescott speaking with residents and joins us now. Tyler.
Yeah, Stefan, the Prescott-Ogdensburg crossing has seen the steepest drop, where trips are down more than 25% compared to last year. And while it seems politics do play a big role, prices are driving the drop too. In the town of Prescott, these days the road less traveled is actually a bridge, the one going to Ogdensburg, New York.
I drive past the border every single day when I go to work, so 5 days a week, and it's considerably down.
For many, like Kelly Windsor, life in a border town comes with frequent trips to the United States.
I used to go about once a month for dinner and maybe some shopping, and I guess since last January, I haven't really traveled across very much at all.
There's thousands of Canadians doing the same. Border traffic here at the Prescott-Ogdensburg Bridge is dropping fast. Just over 14,000 crossings in January, down from nearly 20,000 a year ago, with declines continuing each month. But Bob Miller's habits haven't changed.
I go across the border here quite a lot.
He's got friends on the other side, Americans.
It's never about the people, it's the White House.
While political tensions are keeping more Canadians home,
they're hurt.
Soaring prices south of the border aren't helping.
It used to be affordable, not so much anymore. Pricing in the States is the same as it is in Canada, and then you pay the exchange rate on top. 36 to 40 cents on the dollar is very significant.
Canadians want value for their money, and right now the U.S. may not be offering that.
The latest data from U.S. Customs and Border Protection shows while air travel between the two countries is down, the real turbulence is at land crossings.
If the exchange rate is going to hurt you, if shopping in the U.S. is going to cost you more because of tariffs, it's like, what's the point?
Even in Canada, obviously grocery prices are inflating, and everyone's trying to keep a hold of their dollar in their pocket as much as they can.
Travel experts suggest trips south could pick up again, but that may hinge on the dollar, inflation, and what happens with the ongoing tariff disputes. Stefan.
All right, thanks for the update on the changing travel trends. That's our CTV's Tyler Fleming reporting. Thank you, Tyler.
So it was not that long ago, so we still need to remember to never let those things happen again. I cried 3 times.
Just ahead, students at a Canada high school mark Black History Month with a walk to watch an emotional and educational story. Full details shortly. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Stefan. Taking a look at our overnight conditions, still remaining mainly dry, but cloudy conditions will start to roll in. -8 is our overnight. We've got easterly winds moving in, but then it's going to pick up tomorrow with gusts up to 50 kilometers per hour. Daytime high -1 degree, and we are anticipating snow for Friday evening. No snow yet. Right now here in downtown Ottawa, clear skies. It's -2 degrees. Parliament Hill all lit up for our Thursday evening.
CTV News community and weather anchor Jackie Perez. Weeknights. Today's snow report brought to you by Mont Cascade, only 20 minutes from Ottawa.
Here's today's snow report over at Mont Cascade. No new snow to report. The base is sitting at 70 centimeters. 4 of 6 lifts are operational. 20 of 21 runs available to you skiers and snowboarders. Over at Calabogie Peaks, all 3 lifts are a go. 21 of 26 runs. 4 of 4 lifts over at Ski Vorlas, 17 of 20 runs. 5 of 7 at Camp Fortune, 19 of 27 runs. And at Edelweiss, 2 of 5 and 19 of 22.
Your best runs begin at Mont Cascade. Large learning area, varied terrain. We've got everything you need to improve your skills. High quality rentals, great instructors, and fun times. Come join us at Mont Cascade.
The death of Emmett Till, who was murdered in Mississippi in the 1950s, was a catalyst for the U.S. civil rights movement. His story still impacting many, including students in Canada, who marched together today to watch a special screening based on the true story of his life. Here's CTV's Peter Sperling.
As credits roll, an audience reflects.
Honestly, this film is really heavy.
Ksenia Plavsky, one of 300 students at All Saints High School, attending a special screening of the movie Till, based on the true story of 14-year-old Emmett Till, who was murdered in Mississippi in the 1950s.
How tragic his story is.
His death became a catalyst for the civil rights movement. His story inspiring the grade 10 student to create a hand-drawn portrait of Till on display in the school's front lobby.
This film is really impacted me a lot.
Till's story and the film leaving an impact on many students and staff.
I cried 3 times. It was really strong and moving. So it was not that long ago, so we still need to remember to never let those things happen again.
I bawled through the whole thing, but moving.
Students took part in a Walk Till Justice, marching from their school to the theater.
But the walk back it's them actually unpacking what they saw.
It's the second time teacher Anne-Marie Vanesta has organized this walk and screening after first doing it in 2023.
I hope it leads to a better understanding of what racism is really all about. I hope it leads to them, when you know better, you do better.
My name is Keith Beauchamp. And at today's presentation, a personal address from one of the film's producers and writers.
He was so impressed with what we were doing.
Vanesta's efforts to inspire and educate, garnering international recognition, including receiving the Emmett Till Legacy Foundation Woman of Courage Award in Washington, D.C. in 2025.
To walk the red carpet with, civil rights activists and actors in the film and producers and writers and there's this little old teacher myself, I just felt truly humbled to just be in their presence.
She's an influence at the school, where walls are decorated with Black History Month pictures and posters.
As many opportunities I can give to kids.
Teaching and inspiring students. Peter Sperling, CTV News.
Hopefully you got a chance to go outside to enjoy the sunshine today because snow is on the way. Blue skies over the Chaudière Falls and Ottawa River this afternoon, but again, we are expecting some snow tomorrow. That's all from me. I'm going to hand it over to Jackie Perez to deliver more of the bad news for some, good news for the skiers who want some fresh powder on the hills.
And it also depends on where you are. Here in Ottawa, we are anticipating between 3 to 5 centimeters of snow, but there is a special weather statement in effect for parts of eastern Ontario. We could see up to 10 centimeters of snow. So again, mainly cloudy skies right now for our Thursday going into Friday. We saw a daytime high of about 0. Still those northeasterly winds moving in, bringing the cooler air. So you're going to notice that this weekend is going to start to cool down even more so. So around at noon, we are going to likely see that freezing rain and light flurries, even mix of rain moving in through Kingston along that 401. So it could be a treacherous commute well into the afternoon. And this is when we're going to start to see more snow, especially in the Ottawa region as well. This will carry on late into Friday, while it will likely taper off by Saturday morning. Again, it has prompted a special weather statement in effect for Brockville, Royal, Smiths Falls, Bancroft. Here in Ottawa, no special weather statement yet, but we are keeping a close eye on this. Now, tonight's lows across eastern Ontario. We have cooler temperatures already in Ottawa, -8 the overnight. Cornwall, -10 degrees, still slightly warmer around Kingston, where it is about 0. Trenton, 1 degree, and in the valley is about -7 degrees. Tomorrow's daytime highs still pretty manageable. We are looking still around the freezing mark, so -1 in Ottawa, -2 in Cornwall and Brockville, about 0 in Pembroke. Mont-Tremblant, Montreal, not quite getting that snow that we are likely going to see. Mix of sun and cloud, where temperatures will hover about around -1, -2 degrees. Now, looking at the Atlantics, we can see that Fredericton and Halifax sitting around -2, -3 degrees. A lot of that cooler air really moving in for Quebec. -5 right now, -6 in snow in Thunder Bay. But it really did flip for temperature-wise when we look at our friends in the prairies. They are now in the midst of their cold weather that they have been missing most of February. So -17 degrees in Edmonton, -22 in Regina. Vancouver, though, still sitting pretty at 3 degrees and sunny skies. Now, again, Saturday, we are likely going to see that snow clearing up. Really clear conditions for our weekend. It won't be until Sunday evening that we could see the return of some light flurries. But when we can brace for the snow, it will likely be for our Friday. Now, this 7-day forecast is brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business. The snow likely going to happen for the evening commute, so keep an eye out for this. -1, the daytime high. Would be a moderate overnight low, -6 degrees going into Saturday. Temperature won't change as much for Saturday, -5, the daytime high. Flurries will linger, though, for our Saturday and Sunday, where the daytime high will be -2. By the time Monday, Tuesday roll around, we will see a little bit of a break, drier conditions, but that -18 degrees going into Tuesday, I believe that will be our coldest overnight low, Stefan.
Okay, all right. Still keeping that snow brush handy, that's for sure.
Don't get rid of it yet.
Not yet. Thanks, Jackie. Just ahead, a Canadian grocery giant teams up with Google to allow customers to use artificial intelligence while shopping online. Stay with us.
Tomorrow.
They made it sound like mournful event.
Born with a condition but refusing to be defined by it. How Kyle Landy is defying the odds and lifting others along the way.
This man has single-handedly helped save my life.
Tomorrow on CTV National News and watch on Crave.
The federal NDP are holding their second and final leadership debate tonight. There are just 5 weeks left before members elect their new leader, and so far, the campaign has been too close to call. CTV's Rachel Aiello reports.
In a tight race that struggled to resonate beyond New Democrat supporters, the stakes are high for the candidates debating, but also for the party, as it looks to demonstrate to Canadians its viability in the wake of a disastrous outcome for the NDP in the last election.
Party members know that a leader is not going to go from the position that we're in now to instant success. There's going to have to be a building process.
Facing off are Avi Lewis, Heather McPherson, Rob Ashton, Tennille Johnston, and Tony McQuail. And while the majority of the debate will be in English, after they struggled in French,
Langue français et le Québec.
The party will be giving candidates a short second chance tonight. Expect questions on the economy, sovereignty, energy, and government cuts.
What I'm hoping to hear tonight from the people who are really leading in this race are some different aspects, some different points, and how they would make themselves a leader that could potentially rebuild this party from the current 7 seats they have into something that could be viable in the next election campaign.
NDP insiders say while Lewis appears to have the momentum based on his fundraising numbers and digital presence, it could come down to who mobilizes the most members and motivates them to vote.
Who can land those key clips, who can project a vision for members, that's going to be critical in how the vote plays out.
After tonight's debate, the candidates will be going all in on getting out the vote. The months-long search for the permanent replacement to Jagmeet Singh ends next month. The winner will be crowned at the party's convention in Winnipeg. Rachel Aiello, CTV News, New Westminster, BC.
Now, some other stories you need to know right now. Loblaw is teaming up with Google to allow more shopping using artificial intelligence. The grocer says consumers will be able to shop for food, beauty products, and apparel directly through AI mode on Google Search and the tech giant's Gemini app. Loblaw says it sees AI assisting people in researching, comparing, and buying products as a natural evolution of how customers want to shop. Loblaw has also integrated its grocery delivery app with ChatGPT to allow customers to use a chatbot to brainstorm meal ideas, curate ingredient lists, and buy suggested items. That shuffle is the sound of a new round of Mahjong about to begin here in the capital last night. The Mahjong club named Capital Tiles organized this get-together at Mushu Ice Cream on Wellington Street. The classic Chinese tile game is a popular tradition at this time of year, shuffling out old energy and welcoming in the luck of the Lunar New Year.
Funds raised from this lottery are directed to our Kids These Days campaign. And if you come to the campus on Smythe Road, you'll see our integrated treatment center building under construction. That's underway, slated to open 2028.
CHEO's 50-50 lottery is now open. This year's jackpot is guaranteed at $500,000, but it can grow even bigger than that. Half the jackpot goes to the winner. The other half supports kids and families at the Children's Hospital. Tickets are available online at cheo5050.ca. Good luck.
Rather than, toss them in the landfill, I'm actually able to make new sticks.
If you play hockey or have children who do, you know hockey sticks are expensive to replace, but one hockey dad has devised a way to repair them. That story coming up.
Saving lives is what they do. February is Heart Month, and together we can support the University of Ottawa Heart Institute in providing world-class cardiac care. For almost 50 years, our community has played a critical role in advancing the Institute's life-saving work. Your donation will support groundbreaking research, innovative patient care, education, and prevention. To learn more, visit FebruaryIsHeartMonth.ca.
Proudly sponsored by CTV. Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
We have breaking news right now. A man is in critical condition after a stabbing inside the Rideau Centre. This is a live shot of the scene where there is a large police presence on Rideau Street at this time. According to paramedics, the stabbing happened inside the mall just after 5:30. A man was found at the scene with stab wounds. He was brought to hospital with life-threatening injuries. So far, there is no word on any suspects or arrests. A stretch of Rideau is closed in front of the mall, starting at Sussex, leading to traffic backups in the area. We will bring you updates as soon as they become available. Again, this is breaking news and a live shot of the police presence in front of the Rideau Mall because of a stabbing that took place at 5:30. There's a man in critical condition sustaining life-threatening injuries. While it wasn't the result Canadians were hoping for in today's women's gold medal hockey game, the Olympics are still inspiring young hockey players across the country. But hockey parents know it is a costly sport, especially if you need to replace hockey sticks. But as CTV's Pat Foran tells us, one hockey dad has found a solution.
Brody. Back for Nylander, shoots it. When one of the Toronto Maple Leafs breaks a stick, they skate to the bench to get a new one. Sticks often self-destruct at the wrong time, and when it happens in recreational and minor hockey games, they're expensive to replace.
Where do sticks typically break?
Well, honestly, they're
everywhere.
Everywhere. Everywhere and anywhere.
Rod Daigle of Mississauga has two sons in AAA hockey. Like many parents, he was getting frustrated with his growing stick budget.
When a stick costs anywhere from $380 to $450, and you need to have 3 or 4 in a season, that adds up.
Most composite hockey sticks only come with a 30-day warranty. Daigle says it seemed like many would break not long after the warranty expired, so he devised a way to repair them.
I received this goalie stick yesterday, asked to be repaired. You see the shaft is snapped here, so that should be a pretty straightforward repair.
Daigle says shafts are easier to fix than blades, and sometimes it's better to fuse two broken sticks together to create a new one, something he calls a Frankenstick.
Rather than, toss them in the landfill, I'm actually able to make new sticks that are affordable and usable and nearly as light as the original.
He started out helping his sons, but now has a small business, Stick Medic, repairing sticks, often for recreational players. He has his own method using resin, composite fibers, and a steady hand. He charges about $80 for a repair and says he guarantees it won't break in the same place.
Families are getting tired of the breakage and short lifespan of these highly expensive sticks.
Daigle is not sure how big his business will grow, but says it's good to let players know they have options. So if you have an expensive broken stick, you may be able to repair it and get it back in the game.
Pat Foran, CTV News.
Just ahead, new information on Canada's trade deficit and what it means for the country's economy.
This is your United Way Minute.
99% of our clients have experienced poverty, childhood abuse, substance use issues, and as a result of that have been involved in the justice system. So we work towards helping them work through those underlying issues and to live a good life.
I was able to gain such resources and support. No longer do I worry about recidivism. I'm feeling so happy right now, I guess because of the fact that I'm here and I'm a survivor.
The Elizabeth Fry Society of Ottawa and United Way East Ontario have been partners for many years, and through that partnership we've been able to develop and grow our group programming, our individual counseling, and our volunteer programs.
I see myself and my life through a whole different lens.
Help vulnerable people navigate and thrive in life beyond the justice system. Donate today at unitedwayeo.ca or call 613-228-6700.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
It's time now to check in with our iHeartRadio Weekender, Tanea Taylor. Tanea.
Kicking it off with the RCMP Musical Ride Stables Open House. This is Saturday, and it's in support of the Ottawa Food Bank. Bring your family and friends and visit the home of the musical ride, plus meet the police officers and horses, see some super cool demonstrations, and help make a difference in the community. Don't forget to bring a non-perishable food item with you if you are able. Next up today is Ottawa Senators Skills, presented by CAA North and East Ontario. Head to the Canadian Tire Centre on Sunday as your Sens are split into two squads and compete head-to-head in various skill events like puck control, fastest skater, hardest shot, and lots more. This is a big-time fan favorite every year and so much fun for Sens fans of all ages, plus free parking. Also happening this weekend is the Metcalf Farmers Market, February Farm Fresh edition. Stop by the Greeley Community Center anytime after 9 a.m. on Saturday to browse over 50 local vendors with fresh produce, baked goods, handmade crafts, and lots more. This is a great one for a Saturday girls outing or even to browse solo. As usual, lots more happening around the capital this weekend. The full list and all the details at ctvottawa.ca/weekenders. For the iHeartRadio Weekenders, my name's Tanea Taylor. Have a great one.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
All month, supporters of the University of Ottawa Heart Institute are helping to light the capital red, and that includes the Rideau Centre, Ottawa, which is recognizing the Institute for its dedication to saving lives, advancing cardiovascular research, and delivering compassionate, world-class care. The Ottawa City Hall building is also illuminated in red for Heart Month. The mayor says the city is proud to join Light the Capital Red to recognize the Heart Institute's life-saving work and the dedicated healthcare professionals who support patients and families right across the city. Canada recorded a trade deficit last year of $31.3 billion. BNN Bloomberg's Lindsay Biscaya has the details.
Apart from the pandemic, this was the widest annual shortfall on record. Data shows annual exports last year saw a drop, but a strong run-up in gold prices might have masked the true damage of the trade war. Exports of gold, silver, and platinum jumped nearly 42%. Exports to the U.S., meanwhile, fell almost 6%. And here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar was up to end the day, sitting at 73.07. West Texas Intermediate climbed to 66.45. Western Canadian Select was also up to $49.64 a barrel. And the TSX hitting another all-time high today, ending the day at 33,594. And those are your business headlines. I'm Lindsay Biscaya.
Coming up, a giant Irish flag gets a special blessing before embarking on a multi-city St. Patrick's Day parade journey. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Stefan. Keeping an eye on the weather for this weekend. Well, tomorrow we will likely get snow in the evening, 3 to 5 centimeters. It will be a windy Friday, especially in the afternoon. Saturday, Sunday, looking a little bit better, but the chance of flurries will be lingering. Temperatures will be averaging between -2 to -5 degrees. But right now, clear skies in our forecast here. Downtown Ottawa, it's about -2. And again, the clear skies taking us into our Friday.
Pass, and it's an early shot. He scored!
Up tomorrow on CTV Your Morning Ottawa, it is the final day of our Winter Games Week, and Rosie gets to learn the sport of curling. Wake up the right way with Your Morning Ottawa. It all starts at 6 a.m.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
Coming up tonight after the news, E-Talk starts at 7, The Big Bang Theory at 7:30, Next Level Chef at 8, then back-to-back episodes of Sullivan's Crossing starting at 9. And here's a recap of the top stories we're following right now.
As you can see, there's not a lot of people in our school who play hockey, so it's really cool to get to have this day to just watch hockey as a school.
We were all cheering them on, but it was not the golden outcome Canada was hoping for. Our women's hockey team played hard, but was ultimately defeated by the U.S. in overtime in the gold medal game.
The actual constructed solution is still a number of years away, and I think it's all going to come home to roost.
The return to office mandate sparking concerns in the city's East End, where one city councillor says the public transit system cannot handle an influx of federal workers.
The ByWard Market's a huge part of our city. It's a critical part of our future, and we need to invest in it.
And ByWard Market Action Plan. There's a new revitalization strategy on the table, getting mixed reaction from businesses who worry about the negative impact of ongoing construction. Full details on our website. Now for a final check on the weather forecast, here's Jackie. I hear snow's on the way.
Yes, but Friday will start off pretty decent. Still dry conditions, much like we saw for the last several days. -6 to kick things off, but that wind chill is going to feel closer to -13. It is in the late afternoon, early evening. We could start to see up to 3 to 5 centimeters of snow for here in Ottawa, but parts of eastern Ontario could see up to 10 centimeters of snow. Saturday, Sunday, the snow may linger, chance of flurries, a daytime high about -5 for Saturday, but pretty decent weekend if you want to get out and about on the canal.
Sounds good, Jackie. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And time now to check in to see what our news team will be working on tonight for 11:30. CTV's Kimberly Fowler's here.
Yeah, we're following breaking news that happened earlier this hour, Stefan, from the Rideau Centre. This is a live shot that we'll have here of the scene. A large police presence on Rideau Street. Now, according to paramedics, there's a stabbing here that happened just inside the mall at around 5:30. A man was found at the scene with stab wounds, brought to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Now, there's no word on any suspects or arrests right now. A stretch of Rideau is closed in front of the mall. That's starting at Sussex Drive, and that's leading to some traffic backups in the area. So tonight, you can get the news anytime, anywhere at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Join me tonight for CTV News at 11:30.
All right, thank you, Kimberly. And we quickly want to remind our viewers that this is an active scene, and so police typically ask you to avoid the area if you can. Finally, for us tonight, a giant Irish flag was unfurled at the St. Patrick Basilica this afternoon to receive a special multi-faith blessing. The massive flag will be a centerpiece of the Irish Society's 2026 St. Patrick's Day Parade. That parade is taking place on March 7th. The flag will then be taken to Toronto for that city's St. Patrick's Parade on March 14th, and finally to Montreal, where their parade will be happening on March 22nd. 36 volunteers took part in today's event.
That's pretty neat. They're
pretty big.
in the flag as well, not just carrying
they
it.
are. They are in the flag.
Took me a while to realize what was going on.
They are draped in the flag.
Absolutely.
I think it takes that in order to move it along through the parade.
It's quite a sight to see.
Yes, and keep it flat, keep it stretched out so it doesn't touch the ground. Yeah, pretty cool.
Certainly. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Continue to stay warm and stay safe.